students, this is Mrs. Shaymah Gharib and today's lesson about simplifying fractions. Let's start by some rules before you watch any video. First, you sit in a quiet place. So you have to sit in a quiet place. Then you should have your pen and a piece of paper to take notes and to solve questions. You should pause the video after each question, then you try to answer on your own. Then you play the video to check your answer and to understand the question in case you get a wrong answer. Are you ready now? Let's start. What's the meaning of simplifying? Simplifying means minimizing or reducing or make the number smaller. So how do we make numbers smaller or how to simplify fractions? We use division to simplify fractions. So the operation we're gonna use to simplify fractions is always division. We must divide both numerator and denominator by the same number. So when we divide up and down by the same number. If we divide it by 2, so we're going to divide up and down by 2. We're going to divide the numerator and the denominator by 2 or by 3 or by 4. It depends on the number. We'll see by examples. What about the simplest form? The simplest form is the most simple form that we cannot do any more division after. So we're going to keep dividing until we reach the simplest form. And we'll see by examples later. We can find the simplest form using one step or more than one step. So you keep dividing until you get the simplest form. You can get the simplest form in one step or more than one step. We should simplify our answers to the simplest form. Some question will ask you directly to simplify your answer, and some questions will not ask for the simplest form. So it depends on the question. Let's see example. Simplify the fraction to its simplest form. We have 50 over 90. This is the numerator and this is the denominator. Both numbers can be divided by 2 because both of them are even numbers, or by 5 because both of them ends with 0, or by 10 because both of them ends with 0 as well. So it's up to you. Someone will divide by 2, someone will divide by 5 or by 10. So now let's start dividing by 2. Let's try and see the difference. 50 divided by 2 equals, half of 50 is 25. 90 divided by 2, half of 90 is, think, it's 45. So after division by 2, the fraction will be 25 over 45. Is this the simplest form? Can I do any more division or not? Yes, of course I can do. Both numbers are multiples of 5. Both numbers can be divided by 5. So I can do one more step and divide by 5. So after I divide by 5, 25 divided by 5 equals, what do you think? 5. 45 divided by 5 equals 9. So my answer will be 5 over 9. Can I do any more division? I have number 5 and number 9. Can I divide both numbers by the same number? Of course not. So which means this fraction is the simplest form. So the simplest form of 50 over 90 is 5 over 9 because I cannot do any more division. I used here 2 steps to get the simplest form. I divided by 2, then I divided by 5. The order doesn't matter. Okay, so you can use any number of steps as you like. Now I'm gonna do same example, but this time I will get the simplest form from only one step. By dividing with, what do you think? Think which number will get me the simplest form in one step. Yes, I will divide by 10 up and down. So if I divide it by 10 up and down, I will get the simplest form only from one step. It doesn't matter the number of steps. Again, the number of steps, it's up to you. The most important thing to get the simplest form at the end. Okay? And now let's practice. Simplify the following fractions to its simplest form. As we said, to get the simplest form, we keep dividing up and down by the same number until we reach two numbers that cannot be divided anymore. So I have 6 over 18. I can divide both of them by 2 or by 3 or by 6. So it's up to you. You can choose the number that is much easier for you. So let's start dividing by 2. For example, if I started to divide by 2 up and down, 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 18 divided by 2, half 18 is 9. So the answer will be 3 over 9. Is this the simplest form? Can I do any more division? Yes, I can do. I can divide up and down by 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1, and 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Can I do any more division? No, which means this is the simplest form. So my answer will be 1 over 3. One more example, 24 over 32. I can divide up and down by 2 because both of them are even numbers. I can divide up and down by 4. So if we started to divide by 4, this time let's divide by 4. And also I can divide up and down by 8. Let's start dividing by 4. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. 32 divided by 4 equals 8. I have 6 over 8. Can I do any more division? Yes, I can divide up and down by 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So I did 2 steps or 2 divisions to get the simplest form. So the simplest form is 3 over 4. I can get the simplest form from one step if I divided from the beginning by 8. If I divided by 8, 24 divided by 8 equals 3. 32 divided by 8 equals 4. So the division, it's up to you. Next, 25 over 30. Both numbers ends with 0 and 5, so they are multiples of 5 and divisible by 5. So I can divide up and down by 5. When you divide up and down by 5, you will get 5 over 6. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. 30 divided by 5 equals 6. And please remember, we always divide up and down by the same number. As you can see, we always divide the numerator and the denominator by the same number to get the simplest form. Can I do any more division? No. 5 over 6 is the simplest form. Last example here, 28 over 42. Both of them are even numbers, so I can start dividing by 2. Let's try dividing by 2 because it's the simplest division. Division by 2, up and down. 28 divided by 2, half 28 is 14. 42 divided by 2, half 42 is 21. Now I have 14 and 21. Can I divide both of them by 2? No, because this is an even number and this is an odd number. Can I divide by 3? 21 can be divided by 3, but 14 cannot divided by 13. So which number, what do you think? Which number I can divide by? It's number 7, because 14 and 21 are multiples of 7, so I can divide up and down by 7. 14 divided by 7 equals 2. 21 divided by 7 equals 3. So the simplest form here will be 2 over 3. Or I can get the simplest form by one step if I divided by 14 from the first step. Now, questions time. Are you ready? Let's start. Simplify the following fractions to its simplest form. 27 over 45. I want you to try to make it by your own, and then you check your answer with the video. 27 over 45, we can divide up and down by 9. Both of them are multiples of 9. So the answer will be 27 divided by 9 equals 3. 45 divided by 9 equals 5. Can I do any more divisions? No. Now, next one, 40 over 64. I can divide up and down by 2 as a start and check. 40 divided by 2 is 20. 64 divided by 2 equals 32. Can I do any more division? Yes, I can divide one more time by 2. No problem. Up and down. 20 divided by 2 equals 10. And 32 divided by 2 equals 16. Can I do any more division? Yes, I can keep dividing by 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Can I do any more division? No, so this will be my simplest form. Look how many steps I did to get the simplest form. I can get the simplest form from the beginning if I divided up and down by 8. 40 divided by 8 equals 5. 64 divided by 8 equals 8. Now 81 and 180. Look at number 81. It's a square number. Do you remember square numbers? 81 can be divided by 9, up and down. Look, can I divide the 180 by 9? Yes, because I can divide 18 by 9, which is 2. So 180 divided by 9 will be 20. 81 divided by 9 equals 9. Can I do any more division? No. So this will be my simplest form. Now, next example, 36 over 54. I can divide up and down by 2. Let's start by 2 because both of them are even numbers. 36 divided by 2 equals 18. And 54 divided by 2 equals half 54 is 27. So my fraction will be 18 over 27. Can I divide both numbers by 2? 18 is divisible by 2, but 27 is not. What about 3? Can I divide the 18 by 3? Yes. Can I divide the 27 by 3? Yes. So I will divide by 3. Or I can divide both of them by 9. Let's start by 3 first. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. 27 divided by 3 equals 9. Now I have 6 over 9. Can I do any more division? Yes, I can divide up and down by 3. So 6 divided by 3 equals 2, and 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Can I do any more division? No, so which means this is the simplest form. Or I can divide by 9 from the beginning or by 18 to get the simplest form in one step. Okay, so you choose the number up to you according to the number that you can do the division with. And please start with the small numbers to avoid any unnecessary mistakes. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any question, please feel free to leave a comment and I will answer you as soon as possible. See you next video, and please remember that your feedback is highly appreciated. Thank you very much and see you soon.